Hello guys, we are in Bloxburg, and today it is a very kind of sad episode because this is the first time I came across something in my city in which I didn't like. So while this thing is loading, I have not been posting a lot of Bloxberg content because I've been waiting for this big tour that I'm going to do. It's this tour of the school that I am currently working on. Now, it was going really well, and I really liked the school, but then I realized I did too much. What I mean by I said I did too much is that I realized that this is a town. This is something of many buildings. The school takes up a lot of space. And when I look, well, not comparing it to other towns, I don't like doing things just off comparing it to other things. But when I look at all the stuff that I also want to do, and saying the school is not the biggest thing ever, and there's probably not going to be a lot of roleplay in the school, made me feel like I want to delete it. If you want to put into perspective of how I don't really like the school, well, here it is. Well, still loading and whatnot. The windows really need to load. But look at the town center all the way over there. That is very small compared to this huge school. Right? That's the apartment that has many buildings, houses in it. And that's the hotel. That's the apartment. They're all fairly small. And then you get this huge school that honestly doesn't need to be that big. So, yeah, I think I made it pretty clear that I don't like this massive chunk of land. Even though it looks very nice, though, it's something you need to let go of. So, basically, that was the scenario that I have. Now I feel like we should get into the tutorial of how, when you don't like stuff, to delete it. First, you gotta be mentally ready. If you don't like it, if you really do like it, and if you're uneasy about it, I say continue on. But if you know that you don't really like it, I say delete it. And it's okay to be upset that you have to delete all this stuff because you did put hard work into this. I put a lot of hard work into all these classrooms that I made. But sometimes if you want to have the end result, you need to delete some stuff because everything's not going to end out. So, if you really don't like it and you want to delete it, start actually deleting it. I mean, yeah, start deleting stuff. Start deleting stuff. Actually, before you do that, before you start deleting stuff, actually, let me go back too. Before you start deleting stuff, plan what you want to do instead or what you want to do alternatively. What I mean by that is, okay, I have this school. What I originally did to the school is I made it grade by grade. So, you enter the main floor here. Then you go down here. You have the kindergarten. This is second grade. Second grade room, the kindergarten room, the first grade room. Then you go up. Then you have the fourth grade room, the third grade room, and the fifth grade room. Now, what do you want to do instead of that? Or what do you want to do to make that smaller? Or what do you just want to do alternatively? So in this scenario, in my scenario, I really just don't want to do these classrooms. And make sure you think this decision out through. Why I don't want to do these classrooms is because I want kind of everybody in the same class, just to make it fun, because this game is for fun, and I don't really care that much about functionality. It's more about having fun in the game. So, my alternative to this is make the bottom floors, yes, like a daycare or whatnot. The bottom floors, really young, like these rooms already are. And then make the top floors high schoolish, where you have, let's say, a math room, a science room, an art room, chemistry room, and make it all smaller. That's also going to increase the height, and I want this to be very tall because this is like a city, and really tall skyscrapers in cities. So decreasing the width and increasing the height will be ideal for me. So yeah, that is step 1 basically. You want to have a plan before you actually delete stuff. Now, this step 2 may not apply to you, but if you're in a situation like I am, which I actually do want to put this in the same location, you can keep some stuff, or you can like slightly keep some stuff. So you're probably looking at me that I'm crazy because I said that. You could like keep some stuff, but you're deleting it. What I mean by that is basically if you like, say I like this stairwell. It's a nice stairwell. I want to keep this stairwell. I would just delete all these other classrooms but the stairwell. That was originally my plan, but I don't like the stairwell anymore, so I'm going to delete that too. Now that basically goes under plan. So once you have your plan already, your plan is fully developed, now you can start deleting and having a sad memorial in a time lapse. Okay, time lapse stop. The sad thing about deleting though is that like you really get to see all your hard work go away, and it's really sad. But the good thing about deleting is that you get a lot of money. Also, just saying, step number like 3-ish, while you're deleting, this goes in while you're deleting. So while you're deleting, be like considerate of what you delete. And if you delete something that you don't want to delete, you could always undo it by doing this and then pressing this button. Yeah. So, but I want to copy like this layout kind of like, I want to just copy that and move it up one and not like totally delete this. So that's what I would do. I would just leave part of this here, but this whole entire back part, oh, I do not want it. So I'm going to delete the crap out of this. So guys, by the way, tip number 3, I'm sorry I'm doing like these tips. I don't even know what tip I'm on. Maybe 4, maybe 5, I don't know. But expensive stuff. I don't think I have any like highly expensive stuff. But if you have like something very expensive, I say like me that expensive egg, an expensive car smell in your build. I always say only if you have 0 other purposes for it. But if you want to use later on, which you probably do, put it somewhere else. So like put it nearby, just in storage or whatnot. You can't put it in your inventory if it doesn't cost Bloxburg. But if it's really good and an item that you want to keep, I just say don't delete it because you're gonna regret that. So you probably can't do this for like the beginning floors, but I made a mistake. If you really love something but you want to delete it and you have to, I say take a picture of it, take a photograph or something, because once those things are gone, they're gone, and it feels so bad not having them again. So I'm gonna take a picture definitely of these classrooms because these are like one of my most proudest classrooms. I wish I could have took a picture of the 1st grade classroom and the 2nd grade classroom, but I can't. But always keep that in mind. did this to myself. But when you're deleting, remember, don't delete your own streets. If you do that, you're gonna be very devastated because that circle's not even, but it took me a long time to do. Yay. It's gone. Wait, you have the 3 last lights from my beautiful school, which is now deleted. But when you delete something, it gives you a weird sense of inspiration, actually. Of inspiration to do better, improve. But I don't say delete if you just don't like it, just delete it. Put a lot of thought into why you're deleting it, what made you delete it. Because if you just delete everything, you can't improve. And that's the bad part. If you just delete, you can improve. You just won't feel good about anything. Like, my first mansion that I did on my tour, I would delete that in a millisecond because that does look a little ugly. But I kept on going with it. It still looks not that good to this day, but it looks better. And why are all these cars? My gosh, it's not a monument. My gosh. Are these people trying to Anyways, aside from that, you have a renovation is what we're gonna call it right now. So this looks way different from what I toured my previous apartments with. Because I thought to myself, oh wait, these are supposed to be the modern apartments. These are supposed to be the apartments that are supposed to be the nicest, the most luxurious. And now I made it match that with the build. I made it match the luxurious, nice feel. I added a nice fireplace. And it's kind of redoing the inside, not the outside. Because I like the outside of this. I think it looks modern. I think it looks pretty nice. It could use a little spicing up with these little things right there. But when you do the inside, you could really make some big stuff. You can clear the inside, or if you only want a room cleared out, you don't have to really delete the whole entire thing to make this build improve. You could just delete part of it. And I really like how this turned out. I may even do one of those open floors and then go up the ladder. Okay, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. I need to actually start full focus. But yeah, that is just another handy suggestion of just not deleting everything, just deleting parts of the inside, the first 2 floors. I'm gonna keep the top floor, and yeah, video. And I can show that deleting something isn't all that bad, but isn't the greatest thing ever. But yeah, and also a big pro to deleting something is you get that money. GG out.